Hi, welcome to my channel. Before we start, a reminder, if you like this video, don't forget to press like and to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on anything. Thank you so much to all my supporters. Without you, I could not make these videos. In my job as a yoga instructor, I have come across people from all walks of life, from different occupations, nationalities, backgrounds, age, character. And from what I can observe is that no matter how highly accomplished, there always seems to be a sense of longing for something. And this is the driving force of life. It is what makes us strive and evolve as a human race. What makes us procreate and secure further generations, just like in the animal kingdom. However, there is more to it according to the scriptures and the testimony of the great sages and religious figures. This longing for happiness plants the seed on our journey towards discovering the true nature of our soul as being eternal, undying, unborn, untouchable, perfect and complete. And this is not a myth, it is not wishful thinking, it's not a religious statement, though it is expressed in all religions. It's not an airy-fairy belief that removes us from reality. Quite on the contrary, it enables us to see the world as it truly is. Intimately connected with ourselves and in perfect harmony. So what is it that makes us long for happiness, even if on the surface we seem to have it all? Let's say you are married to the love of your life. You have healthy children, a house, a job that you like, plenty of friends, ideal scenario, and still there's this sense of something is lacking. I think it is because deep inside we all know that kind of happiness that I was talking about. When we realize our soul as being eternal and recognize this to be such a beautiful, uplifting truth. It just has been buried under so many layers of conditioning and so many years of chasing goals that are fleeting and passing. And also, as a child, we are rarely told that we are eternal beings of divine nature. Quite on the contrary, we are taught that we only have this one life to live and we better make the most of it. We are taught with a great imposition that the body is our only form of identification, together perhaps with our material achievements. What are the questions that we first ask to a new person? How are you? What do you do? To categorize them and to get them to know better according to their job. In a TV reality show, what are the 3 facts that are given? Usually the name, the age, and the occupation. The body plays such a major role, what we look like, how slim we are, and how long we can maintain the resemblance of a 20-year-old if you are a woman. But have you ever felt a feeling of discomfort when people ask you these questions? How are you? What do you do? Have you ever felt it doesn't really express who you are? And while you love your job, your family, your achievements, they are part of you and they are things that you do, but are they truly all that there is to you? About the body. As we grow older, the body changes. We might grow gray hair, our hormones might change, we might put on a few pounds. But have you ever heard an older, in inverted commas, person say, I might be 60 or 70, but deep inside I'm still very young? And this is because the soul has no age. It is ageless. And we all carry that inside. And this might be difficult to grasp if you're used to believe only the things that you can see with your fleshly eyes, that you can touch with your hands. But I think we can all agree that while the body on the outside might change, the self inside is still the same. What about love? We can't see it, we can't touch it, we can't dissect it in a laboratory, and yet it is one of the most powerful forces to guide humanity. So there are things that we can't see, that we can't touch, that we can't prove scientifically, and yet they do exist. So where does this longing for eternal happiness come from if we have not experienced it in this life? How do we know of it? I think because all the experiences in life are meant to push us towards it. And this continuous cycle of seeking happiness, of projecting it onto a certain goal, a person, a thing, and then to find that it ends and that it is not lasting, that ultimately brings us to search for something deeper, for something that will not fade. And this is the beginning of our journey towards enlightenment. Enlightenment has been defined in the spiritual scriptures, such as the Upanishads, as to realize Brahman, the absolute truth, the eternal, the spiritual core of all of existence, and to realize it as an actual experience in one's consciousness all of the times. From the perspective of the mind, spiritual awakening gives you a much clearer understanding for what is real and what is illusionary. You come to see how many things in this world are made up. And when it comes down to it, that the whole of society is an artificial construct. And this might be a little unnerving because now you're left with a question, who am I and what is my purpose in life? But there certainly is also a sense of wonder and excitement as you come to see that there is so much more to life and it only gets better and better. So here are some of the signs of spiritual enlightenment. There is a deep sense of inner peace, as so many pressures fall away when you come to see that society is artificially constructed, and so are all of its expectations. And the only thing that you're supposed to do arises naturally from inside of you. With spiritual awakening, that whole sense of separation falls away. And this is a great relief because now you see there is nothing to combat. There is nothing to fight for or against. There is nothing to compete with, nothing to antagonize, because all is one. There is a great sense of inner stillness because now you can truly rest. You know you are on the right track and that you are being taken care of. There is a sense of unconditional love that arises in your heart. And it is not forcefully instilled by society, so there is no effort in keeping it up artificially. No, it arises naturally outside of your own heart as you see the oneness of everything. Even the atrocities in the world do not affect you so much anymore because you know they have to happen for us to find our way back to the truth. With spiritual enlightenment, you come to see that you are already complete. So all that desire or need for anything external falls away. With spiritual enlightenment, there is an abiding energy that begins to move your life intuitively. So you see that you don't have to do so much anymore. You don't have to plan so much anymore, but things fall into place naturally. Because there is a higher intelligence that carries your life, which is your true self, and which exceeds the mind and which cannot fail. So there's a big feeling of release. All you need to do is trust in this truth and surrender. There's a great sense of lightness and profound peace. It is important to say that spiritual awakening or enlightenment is nothing new. So it's nothing that you need to attain or achieve. It is who you already are. So spiritual seeking really is an illusion, but it needs to happen in a way to get us started. But ultimately, the only thing you need to do is to let go and surrender. Perhaps you already feel more calm at these comforting news. But if there is still a sense of resistance, struggle, or fear, I will offer you a short meditation that you can come back to day after day. We will start by relaxing the body like in Shavasana after yoga, and that will also calm the mind and release any trapped emotions. And if the mind becomes calm and clear, let's see if you can confirm any of these symptoms of enlightenment. Perhaps you feel more still and content. Perhaps you care less about the pressures or concerns from the outside world, and you feel more safe and secure. Perhaps you feel that your day will flow much more easily in harmony with everything around you. You don't have to apply so much effort or plan so much. Over time, some of these symptoms may fade on the surface, but know that each time you turn your gaze inside in this way, something will remain, and it will ultimately affect your whole life in a positive way. And let's see, dear me, you might become more happy and free. So for my meditation, just continue here or click on my video, Born to be Happy Meditation. Love to you all.